I'm gonna have fun with this one tonight. I really, really am. Big up everyone. Another episode of Get Amped. That light is really bright in my face and such. But here we are. Obviously, massive result for Palace away at Wolves yesterday. Massive victory. But yeah, I know there's definitely going to be some United fans. There's definitely going to be Palace, City fans, sorry, as well. Definitely, I'm looking forward to that. Orest, I can see you in the back, but I'm going to get you on near the end because I need to talk to you 1v1, Orest, all right? Because we need to have a serious chat. But before we introduce our first two guests, and there's a link between the two guests. I just want to say it is Ghana Independence Day, 65th year of independence. So big up. So I thought I'd just shout that out. Let's get this going on. Let's get this cracking. Samara and Mum.
Hey! Yes! Come on!
So let me change how I set this up. In the blue corner, representing Manchester City, we have Samara and Mum. Your name is
Sarah.
Samara and Sarah. In the red corner, representing Manchester United. Boy, and if you didn't know, Samara and Ryan are partners. One's in the blue side, one's in the red side. Oh my God, you know what? I'm even going to let myself go. You lot have the platform.
Right.
Honestly, you never know, do you, with a derby, what's going to happen? And really, really nervous because, to be honest, City have not been playing it's been a little bit ropey, not been playing the best. But I had something when I was in Peterborough and Grealish scored that goal. I had some little feeling that somehow a little bit of magic was starting to filter through, and that little bit of magic
is Jack Grealish.
It's filtered through to the whole team. And I have to say that City stepped it up. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful movement of the ball. United defence couldn't handle it. I didn't even realise Harry Maguire was playing until a point where he ran over to the referee to complain about something. I didn't even realise. I was like, who's that? I didn't know who it was. And I mean, City just De Bruyne just
it was fantastic.
Superb, ripped them up.
For once.
But the game plan was superb because the passing, the accuracy, the stats, John Stones, the Barnsley Beckenbauer, absolutely superb. The Sheffield Leopard on the wing, so fast.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I've got to say, Riyad Mahrez, 21 goals, a superb player. Pep loves him, loves his parents more apparently.
It was nice to see Kevin De Bruyne back as well.
Yeah, on form.
Yeah, back on form.
And the atmosphere was rocking. The Poznan came back. So much
incredible.
But I've got to give a lot of respect to United fans and the players for absolutely fantastic respect for Ukraine.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Was held, maybe Leicester Chelsea could learn from that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I thought of that. All their fans, superb. But
brilliant game.
Absolutely superb. And I mean, Pep, what a coach!
What a man! You could never.
Well,
class of 92% possession.
Okay.
That will do.
We could never. We've already been there.
That's all you've got. You live in the past. But what's happening now is it's brilliant. I hope it continues.
For you it is, but, it's not really, is it?
I'd kind of just point out that the women won the League Cup as well, a superb display against Chelsea, and the under-18s also battered United and hat trick. Superb.
Brilliant.
I mean, these are all coming up. They're coming through. I mean, that is how to run a football team. The system, superb.
And not
Yeah,
rely on
just
a
copy a
30
rival's system, yeah.
Yeah, and not rely on a 37-year-old that's clearly past it.
Well, he didn't play.
Just
Doesn't
copy
play
your
with
rival's
his
system.
injury.
Anyway,
Smile, have you got anything to say back to defend your?
Yeah.
to defend
Off you go,
yourself?
Ryan.
All right. What can I say? We didn't play our best football. But I don't think, I don't know, the second half did we even touch the ball? I think Rashford took nearly scored, let's say that. We didn't set, I think we set up really well. So first half, the tactics was perfect to play on the counter attack, which we didn't actually execute at all. But we just couldn't. We're the worst team by far in the second half. First half, I thought, right, went to 1-1. I thought Jadon Sancho's here, playing a little bit today. And then just got the ball, picked up the ball. Stop laughing, you. Picked up the ball in that first half, and it went to 2-1. I was like, right, here we go. Could be in for a long day. We just didn't offer anything. Me and Samara spoke throughout the day since the game, and we literally both just said we should be embarrassed of the team that we had today. No one played with the heart on the sleeve. No one went in for a tackle. I'm pretty sure from about the 60th, 70th minute, I think one player pressed. One football player pressed in the 60th minute. These 11 men on our team, these 11 men on our team couldn't run after a ball after 60 minutes. They literally get paid to run every day, and they couldn't run after a ball. Have a bit of heart. No wonder Roy Keane looked like he wanted to kill himself in the studio. I was sat in the pub after the game. I was just I don't know what's going on. I looked at my mate. I'm like, what is going on? I was actually embarrassed. He's an Everton fan, and he was more embarrassed than me. I was just like, what is going on? Honestly, I didn't know what to say. I'll accept losing. I'm fine with losing, but losing that way, I don't like losing. No, I don't like losing. I can accept it though when the team play better than us. But today, yeah, that was all our own doing. And I can't.
You got a nice FaceTime, didn't you, at full time?
Yeah, FaceTime, I did get a nice FaceTime.
Yeah.
Right. I just wanted to let you two set up the show on fire, because obviously within your relationship, which is probably a crazy dynamic, Jay Hay been saying there, bro, this is worse than your mates mocking it. Imagine you have to affirm that every day, going downstairs knowing you're going to get violated.
We'll be back.
We also did a favour to our neighbour a few doors down, because he's a massive gooner. He comes when Samara can't go, and I'm very happy to have done them a favour. And Europe's looking good for Arsenal.
It really is. It really is. I'm going to start bringing a few more people into the chat. But right, let's talk about your captain, because you were very passionately defending him last week, and obviously right for the mental health side of it.
Yep.
I kept quiet, mainly because Realist was very animated.
Intimidating man, yeah.
And he's pretty Jordan. He's just very passionate about his club, just as you are. I've never rated him, to be honest.
No. I'm just one of them. If he's got my shirt on, I've got to back him. It's one of them.
Which is fair enough. What was he doing dummying the ball for the second goal?
Mate, don't. Honestly, this was the conversation I had, right? I know it's going to sound weird, but I literally stood my friends up and made them replay the situation as I would if I'm football coaching. I literally made them stand up, and I reenacted the scene. I was like, I'll stand up for this. I literally went, would you stand there and just dumb the ball? I opened my legs and went, would you do that? You just don't. Kick it out for a corner. It's not hard. Stick your leg out. What are you doing? I don't know. How we paid 80 million for him, Leicester must have gone, oh, here we go, boys. Let's cash one in. And then, mate, I just...
At least one player lived up to their price tag today. And we all know who that was.
Carves out Jackie.
Super Jack.
Oh, here we go. Any excuse to talk about him, aren't you? Any excuse. Any
What a
excuse to
game.
talk about him.
What a game he had today.
Thunder calves.
Absolutely
Yeah, you know
phenomenal.
what? To be fair to you, Ryan, I really feel sorry for you for this. It had to be this game.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, I said as soon as the game finished, I messaged her saying it had to be him. I'm so glad he didn't score. I'd have to hear about it for the next 14 years or something.
Literally.
Like,
because in their fairness, obviously 100 mil, he's been really terrible
Average.
this season.
average.
Yeah, you know.
It's not been average at all. I mean, that's a ridiculous thing to say because at the end of the day, you've got to learn to play the way Pep wants you to play.
Average.
Pep's been trying him in a variety of positions, and you've got to think we've got an England manager who says that Foden and Grealish can't play together in a team. Today we've just seen. My view is once Pep leaves City, I want Pep to manage England. That we might actually win something. That's what I would like to see. He's genius. Man is a genius. Great dress sense as well.
Not genius.
I'm gonna add some more people. There's lots of people in the back now. I wanted to jump in stream and stuff, ranging from different clubs as well. Look at this guy. All the smack you talk, but I'm gonna come back to you, Oris, because I need to talk to you one-to-one. You need, I think it's because you're young, you need realism now. Like a proper chat. I'll come back to you. Big up Manchester Mania. Big up Luca, Arsenal fan.
Big up, man. Big up, man.
Budsy, ain't your show on?
Yeah, I don't do it.
Budsy, let's start off with you, mate. Oh my days. What's going on with your team?
They've been shit all year, haven't they? What can you say? I just love how the Arsenal fans have come out of the flipping woodwork. Do you know what I mean? Everyone says been Arsenal or City fan. Do you know what I mean? And City going, City should beat us. Fucking hell, the amount of fucking talent they got, they should be hammering us. They didn't even, like, when they played us at home, they should have hammered us, but they never. They need to come back. They're not a big team, are they? They need to come back to us when they've won a European Cup. Do you know what I mean? They're still waiting for that. Still waiting. Do you know what I mean?
Won't happen.
Everyone's having a go at Harry Maguire. They're all shit. Fucking hell. Not just Harry Maguire. They're picking on Harry Maguire because he's got a big head.
I'm sorry. In the middle of Ukraine, missiles are flying everywhere. Oh my God.
What the fuck is that?
No idea.
See that, mate?
Later. you always get idiots around and such. Manchester Mania.
Hello.
You don't look too pleased.
Ryan, remember when I told you I can't understand why you're defending Harry Maguire? Do you now know why I can't understand? 3 of the 4 goals clearly responsible. 3 of the 4. And the 4th goal as well, he had a hand in it. Not a big hand, but a hand. Jesus Christ, they shit the bed today.
What?
I am tired of this club.
No.
I don't know why. I live in America. I have to wake up at 6, 7 a.m. to watch these games. I don't know why I do that anymore. Today was the final nail in the coffin. I am now 100% sure we'll not make top 4. It's for Chelsea and Arsenal, 3rd and 4th. I don't know what to say. They battered us every stat. They were better. Everything. They were just much better today. I wasn't even mad. I was just crying. I was like, man, great. They beat us. I wasn't expecting anything. God damn it, though. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Super Jack was Super Jack today. She is. Mara's right.
Super Jack. What are you on about? Super
Lad, you
Jack.
can't be United fan and say Super Jack.
I remember
Super Jack. What the hell are you on
Super
about?
Jack, mate.
You ain't
Come on.
a United fan.
You're not a United fan.
Super Jack, my ass. What are you on about? Jack Charlton or something like that? Because Super Jack, bring
Can't
it
call him
on.
Super
he
Jack.
made our fullbacks nobody.
You can't call him
Mate,
Super Jack.
how many
though.
Mate,
times-
I can make our fullbacks do that, and I'm nearly 40. Give over. Super
To be
fucking
fair,
Jack.
Manchester Mania,
Honestly.
I would not be rating any seaweeds players like that.
Just Jaden and De Gea were good today. Other than that, nobody was good today. Nobody was
Even De Gea was questionable. His distribution is disgusting.
Mate, it would have been 8-1 without De Gea. Admit it. Let's be honest. Those diving saves he made were pretty good.
He's a goalkeeper. He should be saving things.
Not when
Easy
his
job.
entire team is shitting the bed in front of him, mate.
Mate, honestly.
But Ramsdale was saving stuff and he was getting relegated. So, you know what I mean? He needs to be saving stuff.
True.
Now look at him. Super Jack. Oh, I'll give over. I'm getting that print.
United fans said Super Jack. Oh.
Super Jack. Give
I
over.
believe I rated him over Rashford for a period of time.
Right, let me just quickly come back to Sarah, because you had a lovely song before we got started.
What?
You have to sing your song.
You want me to sing my song?
Yeah.
Go for it.
It depends which one we're
No, you want
singing.
to sing it.
Never felt more like singing the blues. City win.
gotta put up
United
this.
Hugo City. You got me singing the blues. Bye bye, back to London. Bye bye, bye bye, back to London. See ya, back to London. Cockney boys, back to London. Bye bye.
Is she done?
Thanks for that's a brilliant song.
Another Arsenal fan.
Graham, you there?
Getting on about it. Hello, Harry.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's
Rich.
just go to Arsenal for a bit. Let's give Manchester United a bit of a breather.
Thank you.
Are Arsenal now going to finish in the top four? Let's start off with Luke, then we'll go to Graham.
To be honest, right, it all depends, right? And I mentioned this on my channel today, and I had a few guests on my channel for the aftermath after the win against Watford. We can get top four, but my only issue is it's about those game in hands. The next 3 games, I've looked at it, and the next 3 games will define if we're good enough to get top four. And we've got Leicester at home next week, then Liverpool in midweek, and then we've got Aston Villa. Those next 3 games will define and see where Arsenal really are, if they're good enough to get into the top four. We can get Champions League football. This could be the year where we finally make it, but it's about those game in hands. We've got Liverpool, we've got Chelsea, we've got Tottenham in those game in hands. We've still got to play Manchester United. They're going to be fighting for top four as well. So for me,
You might as well have them points. We might as well give them because we're going to fucking put a fight
mate,
up.
I think you lot can still get top four. And to be honest, that noise.
It's Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire, mate, caught by the police, mate. But anyway, as
You got to play. Sorry, you got to play City with Super Jack or not?
No, we don't play Man City because we've played Man City twice and we got slapped. So technically, I think we can get Champions League football, but it just depends if we can keep these run of games because we need a striker, we need a midfielder, and today was a good performance. Yeah, the last 10 minutes were a bit shaky, but for me, we can get Champions League football, but we've got to. I still think if we win those game in hands, I think fourth is ours. But if we don't, I think Manchester United can get top four. But I've got to back my team Arsenal, man. And for me, we can get fourth spot.
I'll tell you what, right? I'll just say this quickly. If Man United get top four, I'll flipping streak because we're never getting top four.
You lot still got a chance, man. It's just...
Did you not watch the game today?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, mate, you want to watch the game?
Mm.
If a Man United fan saying Super Jack Grealish, then we must have been poor because Jack Grealish is great.
I only watched my game and that's it. I was only interested in my game and that's it. So
that's probably the first Arsenal fan that's interested in their own game instead of ours.
No, I did see the score. It was 4-1. Mahrez and De Bruyne scored the goals, but I heard that you were poor and you just weren't up for it. You had no Ronaldo. Apparently, you had no Ronaldo and Cavani and Shaw and Varane. Is that right?
Yeah, but even if they were playing, we still would have got slapped.
Yeah, but what's going on with you? Yeah, but what is going on?
I don't feel sorry for them.
Do you feel
What are you feeling sorry for us for? We were shy. I admit it. We were shy.
Yeah, we were crap today. Nothing.
We were awful.
Nothing. No one had any spirit at all. Like no one could be asked. Honestly, they literally paid for their paycheck today. They thought it's like a contractual obligation to sort of be there. It's awful.
I have a question.
One second, Luca. Let's hear from Graham. Are you,
All right.
Graham? Are you finishing?
I'm back now. Sorry, I had an issue with my audio. Thanks for having me on, Rich. Yeah, listen, great day for Arsenal. I'm not going to get carried away. You know me, I don't get over the top. I still think Man United could get top 4, but at the moment, it's in our hands. It's all about the games in hand. Tottenham away, Chelsea away, Liverpool at home. But for today, it was a good performance. To be fair, 3-2 should have been 4-5-0. Didn't watch Man United, but at the end of the day, Man United fans, you're playing the best team in the world, in my opinion, in Man City. So, you know, if you were going to get anything more than a point, you would have been a great day. So it's not like you lost 4-1 away at Watford, which happened, by the way. And Keith Chegwin, a.k.a. Munsey, what are you doing on here? You should be on your own show. Listen.
I reckon you need your eyes testing. You've been a Specsavers. Don't nothing like Keith Chegwin.
It's a great day. T's in here now. Listen, it's actually top game for Arsenal. Saka and Odegaard run the show today. I was watching T's stream. He was saying the exact same thing. It's good to be an Arsenal fan right now, but I'm not getting carried away. It's no need to get carried away. You know, Arsenal have been a banter club for the last few years. I said this on your show earlier, and I say it here. It's been the case. I'm just cautious. I've always have been, and I always will. But yeah, for Man United, you're in transition. You've got a manager who's not going to be there next year, so you just got to move on and wait for the summer. Man, the two women, are you City fans? Are you the best team in the world? I think you are. But
you can't say no. You can't say no.
We were the best team in the world when we're in the 3rd tier.
No, so, who's better than Man City right now? Who's better than Man City?
No, Liverpool are better than Man City now in 2022.
You can't. No, but can you say that when they're above? You can't say that when they're above. When they're above them.
No, but what are you defying this on? The best team in the world?
They are though. On their day, no one's going to beat Man City.
In 2022, I think that Liverpool are the best team currently. Throughout the league season, I very much say Man City. I love Pep. I love how Man City plays football, the way they do it. But you cannot disregard what Liverpool have done to even be in this title race still. Do you know what I mean? They had players out on AFCON, and Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, two massive players for them, and they were still able to go and get points and still win. Jota, the players, the things that Jurgen Klopp has done with that side. When I'm looking at Jordan Henderson in the midfield, he's nowhere near the level of a Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, or even Rodri.
It's not anywhere near them.
And then Thiago's picked up plenty of injuries. You can't discount Liverpool in a way. I don't like saying it because, you know, the Liverpool fans, they come at me a lot when I say certain things because because he was there in the stream I spoke about. I think Ederson's better than Alisson as a goalkeeper is what I prefer.
I think Ederson's slightly overrated. And I know there's City fans up there are going to go mad. I don't think he's as good as what people say because you're playing for Man City. I could be in goal for Man City and they wouldn't concede many.
If you look at the Fred opportunity there at the start, he came out and he rushed out and he made big saves. His distribution.
Let Samara, Sarah, what do you say to that?
They disagree. I understand they would.
There's a number of things there. But first of all, Ederson, I think Ederson's a superb keeper and he's grown for 30 million. We've got an absolute gem there, superb. Because he adds to the team because he can play out. So you've not got a keeper, you've got a football player there.
Yeah.
The great news for us is that we've also got Zach Steffen, who's absolutely superb, and we've got a youngster that's playing. Where's he playing now? The young gun from Northern Ireland.
Bolton.
Absolutely superb. Yeah. So we
saved the Ronaldo penalty, didn't he?
We really lucky, and you know it's interesting that people are focusing on Liverpool. If you think we lost our first game of this season, we've also had players in Africa Cup of Nations. We've also had players out with injury, but it's not about that. It's about how you as a team function, how you bring people in. The fact that a couple of games ago we brought on it's the Lisbon game, 3 young players. Bam, bam, bam.
I think that's what sets apart City and Liverpool from everyone else as well.
And it's having owners with a vision. And when they're talking about, oh, you're paying all this money, 100 million for Jack Grealish, I think we probably paid about 40 million for him in terms of the business that's done. Absolutely superb team, but I'm not going to fault any of the players. But then, my favourite players that I watched were people like Jeff Whitley back in the day, and I'm not going to fault them, because one thing City has and has always had is heart. And that's the difference, big heart. And I think that's what United were lacking. And I don't know what's gone on in their dressing room, but something's gone on, because Harry Maguire, sure, played brilliantly for England, and they've been destroyed at that club. And that club needs to look at themselves and what they've done to those players.
Can I add Aaron Wan-Bissaka to that list as well?
Yeah, but he didn't play for England, did he? So I'm not interested.
I don't like you.
But yeah, well, we were actually just discussing a minute ago, like in our Palace group chat, like, would we actually want to take him back? And the majority of us were like, no.
That's who's right back for you lot now? Is it still Joe Ward?
Nathaniel Klein.
And Klein.
It's Klein. I know Klein's starting now, is he?
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Yeah, but I was saying to you the other day, Rich, do you reckon you lot could keep hold of Mitchell?
Hopefully.
How much is he worth? How much you reckon?
Easily 50.
Too expensive for Arsenal, because you're not getting him for £3 million that half your fan base are banging on about.
We got Kieran Tierney. I don't need him, but no.
We were linked with Mitchell once.
I watched Theo Mitchell.
I think it was in the January transfer window or the summer last year. We were linked with Mitchell. But
he's different.
Apparently he's a really good player and good prospect.
But we don't. He wouldn't play for now, so he's pointless. He's better off.
We don't need him anyway. We don't need him. We've got left back covered, so it's all good.
No, you don't. You've got Tierney and Kolasinac. I don't think that's covering your left back situation.
Not there anymore. We've got Tavares.
Who?
Tavares.
Did he win a raffle to play for Arsenal? Who? Nah.
Hey, disrespect. No, don't disrespect. He's not that bad. He ain't that bad. Trust me.
Right. I know Samara says she needs to get home. So what we'll do before she goes, we'll go around quickly and just say who's winning the league. Oh, perfect time for Jamie's coming in as well. No! Oh, Ryan's gone.
He's coming back. He said he's going back.
Not a Liverpool fan.
Yes, Jamie.
Yeah,
right. So, Sarah and Samara, do you think you're still going to win the league?
I hope so. And if we can't, any team but Liverpool.
I
never
agree.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Never Liverpool.
There's no one else in the race.
I don't care. Nobody. I don't care. As long as it's not Liverpool.
Who else is going to win it?
If City fans are saying United over Liverpool, you know that there's something wrong. No. I'm not hearing that.
Do you know what it is? It's to do with the fact of what it's like when you go to Liverpool and how you're treated by the fans. It's an absolute disgrace.
But I'm not going to say anything, because last time I said it was City, we went on a downhill spiral.
I was trying to rope you in because we were playing you next.
She won't say it.
No. Last time I did, we started playing dreadfully. So
well, Crystal Palace have beaten us once already.
Yeah, they did say beating City away is not for everyone.
Yeah, not everybody keeps a clean sheet at the Etihad.
Yeah.
You know them ones. It's just it's reserved for real good teams like that. So we move. Plus, when you got an £8 million winger that nobody else is looking at, it's kind of like, oh, Dougie Freedman, yeah.
It does help.
£8 million as well. It's like, what?
I'm hoping we don't get panned. We could take a battering. Oh, see you on fire right now.
No, Rich, I'm not even lying. I fancy us at Selhurst,
Don't know
if it was at Etihad, I'd be worried. But at home, I'd fancy us.
If they're missing Diaz, I'll be a bit more confident.
Just 2.5 weeks.
I think we can counter pretty well. It's just we have to be clinical, though. We're going to be very clinical. We'll see. Anyway, preview for that will be on Thursday anyway. Mania. It's a tough choice. He wins Liverpool City.
I was just looking at the fixtures that are remaining for Man City and Liverpool, and honestly, Liverpool have the harder fixtures. But you never know, and especially if one of them gets knocked out of the Champions League, they can focus more in the Premier League. But I still think it will be Liverpool win the Premier League, solely because they are back at the top of the level. They're similar to Man United in that they don't have the strongest of benches, but they're starting 11.
Whoa.
Let me continue. Let me continue. They're starting 11.
Sorry to cut you. You will continue, Mania. Samara, I know like you wanted to get off. First things first, before you do go, could you please promote the Her Game 2?
Yes. So everyone, please. Oh, here we go. We've got models. Her Game 2 is a campaign created by female football fans to kick the sexism out of football. So we're looking at partnering with clubs right from non-league clubs all the way through to the Premier League. We've already partnered with Everton, Leeds, and there are some other Premier League clubs who are due to join us. My mum may have just given a spoiler away. And it's all about just making it a safe place for female football fans to come and enjoy the game. And you can report any sexism that you hear straight via our website or to the club ambassador. So I'm the ambassador for Manchester City, and you can go on the website and find out who all the ambassadors are. Follow us on social media.
Wicked.
Thank you.
Big up as always. And Samara is also the host of the Women's Football Review Show, which we normally have on a Sunday, but it was Derby Day this week, so we'll reschedule. We will reschedule. Well, see you on Thursday for the City preview. And so, Sarah, if you want to jump on as well, you're welcome. Yeah. Sorry, Mania, you were saying.
Yeah, so I think I phrased that wrong. What I meant by that is that Manchester United and Liverpool have a starting 11. I'm not comparing the two. Liverpool has every single position they're better than Manchester United. But what I'm saying is that Manchester City has 20 or so different players, and any combination of 11 of these players makes a good team. But none of them are as good as the starting 11 of Liverpool, and that's why I think Liverpool will win the league. I mean, they got Van Dijk, Matip, Trent, Andrew Robertson, who's still the best player in that team, in my opinion. Their goalkeeper, what's his name? Alisson. Yeah, and then Thiago. They have Jordan Henderson, who's a brilliant leader. And then they have that front three, plus Luis Diaz and Thiago Jota. They'll probably easily win the league. And sorry, Jamie, for letting you down today. I know Liverpool fans were cheering us today.
I won't. No, don't worry about it.
But yeah, well, it'll be Liverpool. Hopefully Liverpool. I hate City. I hate City with everything, with every inch of my blood. I hate City.
Oris, now the reason why I've had you sit there quietly, because it's a learning point for you, young man. You can't be bringing vim, especially to teams that are not of a threat to you. You go at Palace, you go at Everton, and it's just weird. And now you're gonna have to hold a bit of humble pie. I see you had the Bally on today, so I'm gonna let you say what you're gonna say. Then the big man have to chat. All right, I'm gonna let you go and just think about life, because this was a very, very depressing Derby Day defeat for me. All right, the platform is yours.
Well, I think Liverpool win it, Jamie. I think Liverpool win it. But for me, if Liverpool win it, it will be their 20th. I think it's 20th league title. Oh no, trophy for them. So I don't know, man. But I think it will be Liverpool that will win it.
Now you can talk about your game.
Cool. I just put my hood down. All right. Embarrassing for me. How are we not turning up in a Manchester derby? Ryan, I'm gonna serious conversation here.
Yeah, go on.
Ryan, how was he defending him, man? Why were you defending him last week?
Because any player that pulls on a Man United badge, mate, you got to back him. Simple. Any player that pulls on your badge, you have to back them to the death. If you don't, you should not support that football club. End of.
You are right, but today you have to admit he was poor.
He was, but you've still got to back him. Next week I'll back him. The week after I'll back him.
No.
You have to back your players. If you don't back your players, don't support the club. Simple.
I backed Pascal Sigan when he was shit at Arsenal. So
what's all this top red nonsense, bro? I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. What's going on here, man? At the end of the day, yeah, look, it's like this. The fact of the matter is, yeah, we spent a stupid amount of money on that player, and you're telling me I have to back him. Week on week on week, we see mistakes from the same player, the captain of the football club. I'm sorry, it's enough.
We saw the same mistakes in the Fergie area, but because we were successful, we just getting the players back.
Stop being unrealistic here with your bullshit.
I'm not.
Stop it.
I'm not.
Stop it.
Ryan, tell me one time that Roy Ferdinand has 3 goals in one game. Tell me one time that Roy Ferdinand did.
Let's not do this. Talking about Fergie era. There's gone now. He's done. He is retired. We are 10 years from that point now. We're done now. New era. Come on, like, oh, man. Come on, man.
Cool.
This is the reason why that we have divisions in our fan base, because people don't want to actually wake up and smell the coffee, fam. Jesus Christ, we have to start again. It's Europa League next season, people. That's happening next season. And if it's on Channel 5, I'll watch every game. I don't care. Because that's where we are. That's our level. And you people are talking about
100%.
Well, who's going to get top 4 then if you lot are actually going to get Europa League?
I think you guys have a good chance. Arsenal have a good chance.
Yeah, I think Arsenal got a good chance, to be honest with you, but it's one of them, innit?
It's one of them, but
as I was saying, yeah, I've had the performance. For me, Wan-Bissaka, please go away from Man United Football Club. Rich, take him back. I'm begging you, take Wan-Bissaka.
Take him back. I would drive him up to Selhurst myself, please.
Mate, Wan-Bissaka, I've had him.
Take 20 million. You can have him, please.
Yeah.
2 million, £5. We'll pay you to take him back.
For me, I have to ask. There's serious questions to Ralph Ragnick, and Manchester Media knows. With Ralph Ragnick, I've always been supporting him, but what has the lot done for him to be on the bench? Like, what has he done?
Strange.
Depressing times for the red side of Manchester.
Rich, you see that 50 million? Now we really are laughing because we're thinking, holy shit, that paid for our academy. Greatest bit of business by Dougie Friedman. You love to see it.
50 M's. Hey, please, I'm begging. You see, look, if no one else talking about this 10-day contract here that the NBA are doing, please, I beg, United, Premier League, somebody, give me 10-day contract. I'm playing. Because if you can play football, then me, I can play. Please. Please. Run up my 10-day contract. I beg.
Oh, my days.
Hey, Rich, have you noticed? Anytime they sign a player off us, they ruin him. Just leave our players alone. Like, you're ruining Zaha, now you're ruining Wan-Bissaka.
We didn't ruin Zaha. Zaha just sacked, and he's still sacked.
No, I need Zaha, fam. Like, you see, Zaha was what the season before he came, he was cooking, fam. I don't think you lot saw it. I think some of you are a bit too young in it to understand, innit? He was cooking, and I understood why Fergie brought him in. It's just I didn't know Fergie was leaving, and I don't think he did. Yeah. So then you come into a new situation with a new manager. Hey, then all of a sudden the rumors started coming out. Patrice Evra on Sky Sports talking about people's daughters and this, that, and the other. Hey, it's all long, fam.
Yeah, big up Patrick every time.
Yo, big up Patrick.
It is what it is. Jamie.
Yeah.
How do you win this league? Is it a case where you've just got to keep the pressure going and help City slip up?
Yeah, we just got, look, to be fair, we just got to concentrate about our own game. That's all it is, one week after the next. Just concentrate about our own game, win the next game, and then the next game. And if City slip up, we just got to make sure we're there to take advantage. Look, Personally, I think City will still win this league. I think it'll be 1 or 2 points in it, a bit similar to a few years ago. I think it'll be extremely close. But I think we'll win the Champions League and the FA Cup. And I know everyone's nodding their head. Oh, Liverpool win Champions. Look, Liverpool Champions League royalty. We've won it 6 times. This is Gabby's 7. Liverpool and people might not like this, but it's the truth. Liverpool and Manchester City are the 2 best teams in Europe right now. And if people want to argue, if people go and throw PSG at me, I'll go mental because they're crap. Real Madrid,
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. No, if Liverpool, Man City,
Bayern Munich are pony. Bayern Munich are overrated.
Bayern Munich got battered by Bochum.
Yeah, and Mönchengladbach.
Yeah,
Mönchengladbach.
I'm not having Bayern Munich. Jamie, you're spot on. The best 2
Bayern
teams
Munich
in
are
Europe
terrible.
are Liverpool and City by a mile.
And I just think City are go to. They're going to win the league. I think the game at the Etihad will be a massive game, but I see that as a draw. And then I just see both teams still going at the same momentum, which keeps City at the top of the league. This is a massive effort by us. A lot of people predicted Liverpool not even finishing in the top 4 at the beginning of this season. And everyone was saying it's going to be the 2 Manchester clubs. It's them 2 for the title. I don't think this gets spoken about enough as well. I don't know why no one talks about this. Chelsea are massively underachieving. And I don't know why no one's talking about this. They spent 300 million in the last. They spent 300 million in the last 2 seasons. Yeah, all right. They have spent so much money and acquired a fantastic squad. Let's not lie about it. The Chelsea squad is fantastic. Yeah, it's better than Liverpool's squad, but Liverpool have better mentality and a better manager. That's why we're above them. Chelsea are getting away with it, and they won the Champions League last season. Yeah, that's all because Man City effed up in the final. Pep just overthought it. Yeah, and they've underachieved, and no one talks about it. And if Liverpool have one bad game like we did yesterday, everyone's this could be the slippery slope again. Chelsea. How are we 10 points in front of a Chelsea team when all we spent in the summer was 36 million on Konate? They spent 100 million on the striker with that massive squad they inherited already. And for some reason, no one talks about this. I can guarantee you right now, if this was Liverpool the other way around, no one would shut up about it. Chelsea, for me, get away with complete murder half the time from the media, from everybody. This United team is rotten from the absolute top to the absolute bottom. There's no infrastructure in place at Man United, nothing, and that's all to do with the owners. They're disgusting people. Ruining a massive franchise. They just look at Man United as a franchise to make money off. They don't give 2 hoots about the club.
Do you think they'll ever become that club again?
Man United are... can anyone see Man United win the league in 10 years? Because I can't.
Probably not.
No.
I can't. They're miles behind. And I actually think Arsenal might overtake them next season if they don't get it right. Apparently, Man City and Man United have both spent 1.3 billion, but Man City are light years ahead because recruitment is the hardest thing to get right in football. Recruitment is the hardest thing to get right in football.
Liverpool got it right. Andy Robinson from Hull City.
You look at our left back situation. Liverpool's left back situation. Liverpool got 2 fantastic left backs, and we spent a combined of 22 million on them for both of them. It's not how much you spend. I always play this to everyone. It's about how well you spend it. Arsenal wasted money for years, and now they're starting to get it right a little bit, and that's why they're doing better this season. United have wasted so much money. 130 million on Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. If you can get arrested for this sort of stuff, United will be doing fine.
It's the rest of Maguire, fam. He should go to Greece.
And you look at Man United, and I was thinking, because I was doing the watch along for this game, and I was watching along and thinking, I've just watched Man United nutmeg himself. I've never seen a defender nutmeg themselves in my life. Right? Nutmeg themselves. I've never seen it in my life. I didn't know it was possible. Right? And I'm watching it, I'm thinking, has Man United got not another defender that they can play instead of Harry Maguire? Because I feel for Harry Maguire as a human being as well, because this must be killing him as well. He knows he's getting this abuse every single day, every single week he plays. He should be not on the firing line. He should be at home resting, just told, leave this be for a while, because this is not good for you mentally either. Phil Jones should be playing. Phil Jones at this moment in time, no matter how crap he is, because he's crap, he's still better than what's ever happening with Harry Maguire at this moment in time. But there's nothing there. This United squad
And his
is
experience.
yeah, exactly. And this United squad is terrible. From top to bottom, there's not a single United player would get in Liverpool Man City's team. Not a single United player.
You see Maguire, anytime he starts defending, you just hear Benny Hill theme music whenever anytime he's on the pitch.
JB,
What, so you don't think Ronaldo would not get into the Liverpool team? Then?
Nowhere near. He's got the
No
work
way.
rate. He's got the work weight of my 5-year-old daughter. Lazy. Nowhere. No,
Ronaldo of maybe 5-7 years ago, possibly, but right now,
not a 37-year-old
Not
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He'd be puking his guts up at half time in a Klopp or Guardiola team with the work rate he'd have to go through.
JB, just a quick question. Premier League or Champions League? What do you want?
Premier League's always first, Champions League's always second, but ain't it lovely to be able to pick either? But yeah, I think City will win the Premier League. I think Liverpool will win the Champions League and the FA Cup.
Cool. See, I know you've been waiting patiently, but I've got to hear from my sis. Edna, it's been a minute.
Terrible.
Terrible,
man. Huh? What'd you say, Roland?
I was like, don't let these people get you down. You know, we're on vibes.
I'm over it.
We're in the Europa League.
We're not even getting Europa League.
I want Europa. I want to hear that theme song one more time.
We're not even gonna get that. We're not gonna get that. There's no
What's
way.
What's the Conference League song?
I don't know.
Same as the Europa League.
Same
Only
thing.
God knows.
It's the same thing. Hey, hey.
Yeah. Conference League is the same as the Europa League. The theme songs are the same.
We'll probably get the Conference League, but the Europa League, I don't think so. The way we're
You don't
playing
know. You don't want to be like Expressions because that guy had a mental breakdown. In
Mate,
that
Spurs
tournament.
will get Conference League.
I mean, we're terrible anyway. So if they do anything else, I'm not gonna be surprised. We're already terrible. Nothing is going well with the club. Literally, like nothing is literally going on well with the club. So what's the point? Even if we get Europa Conference League, we're already a banter club anyway. So what's the difference? Might as well just move on with life. The team is shit. Like there's nothing in this team that excites me anymore. I just watch the game now because I have to, basically, or because I don't have a choice, or I have to watch something. That's the only reason I watch United now. Anything outside of that, Today's game, I know, I saw people predicting, 2-1, 3-1, and I'm like, are we watching the same United team? Is this the same team that played with Watford, the same team that played 2 or 3 games? Like, are we seeing the same game? How are you predicting a win? From where? Where's that gonna come from? How you saying we should get something today? How? I don't care how. Maybe recently Man City has not been playing great, maybe, but I still don't see us getting anything out of the game. So I was surprised when people started making prediction about 2-1, 3-2. Like how? They don't do the basics. They don't do anything right. It's almost like
Same vibes, man.
Nah, I'm done talking about Maguire. I'm just over it. Like that guy.
Mate, you lot. If you lot don't get Champions League, you'll get Europa League. You ain't gonna get Conference League. You're not
I
that
don't
bad.
want any. To be honest, I really don't want anything.
Yeah, I want a season out of Europe,
I don't want anything.
Why don't you want anything?
Because them overpaid babies can leave.
We're gonna do this.
Luke
Like
Shaw
I
and
was
all
saying
those
to KG today, people keep saying they want a new coach, they want a new owner, they want a new this, a new that, a new that. But the ones you already have in here, it's not gonna make any difference because these guys are not even doing the basics right. They're not doing the normal things some people do every day. They don't do it right. They can't pass to each other. They can't defend. They can't communicate. They don't play as a team. So I don't care who you bring in. It's still the same shit.
But what I don't
So
get
it doesn't
is that
matter if you bring
United
anybody
finished
in.
second like a few years ago, but you had a similar squad.
Yeah, because Man United were very lucky last year. It was
Oh,
last year. They were
yeah.
very lucky last year. Liverpool had injuries. Chelsea had Lampard who didn't know how to defend. Man United just got lucky last year. They've been exposed. I'm not here to shit on United because it's funny, but it's just at the end of the day they're just not at the level they were, and they need to sort their team out in the summer. It's simple as.
It's a top to bottom thing. I don't know if you man have watched Sunderland Till I Die on Netflix. Yeah, that club was rotten to the core. Yeah, it's a similar thing here, just on a larger scale at United. We need to sort the mess out. There's too many players getting paid too much money.
Too much money.
And they're not doing anything.
Every single player in the squad is overpaid, Ryan.
United fans need to get out of this whole we're a player away or we're this away, we're a DM away. We're not that. It's
Roland, forget about money right now. I think they're giving them too much time in the media. There's too much photos, too much videos.
Yeah, I was saying
TikToks.
they keep
Forget
doing
about money now.
every training session is the winning team. Why don't you win on the pitch talking about the winning team in training? What's all this about, man?
Yeah.
Can I ask the question actually?
Remember the goal? Remember the goal we scored against? Was it Watford or what's it called? Not Watford. Madrid. I knew they were gonna make a video about that. They made like 2-3 videos of the same Elanga goal. Like, bro, we drew that game. You don't need to be doing all this extra. You don't need to be this extra about it. We almost lost that game. They gave them too many media time. It's too much. That's why during games, everybody wants to be the man of the show because they know that after the game, they're gonna keep putting them on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. You see Bruno, the game is not going well for him. He wants to take a shot from nowhere because he wants people to talk about him. You see Rashford get the ball, run into 300 people before he makes a choice because they want to be talked about. It's too much media. It's too much. It makes no sense. The team is focused on things that is not relevant at this time. I don't care. People were talking about, they want Liverpool to lose yesterday. It don't matter if they lose, win or draw. It doesn't change anything.
We're nowhere near. We're nowhere near them guys. We're nowhere near. So why are we talking about them? It's stupid. Like we are closer to Wolves. We're closer to Wolves than we are to City and Liverpool. So what's the point?
We're closer to Newcastle and Burnley than Liverpool.
That's our level. Europa.
Exactly.
Mania.
Yeah.
I had an issue with, I believe it was Scott McTominay coming out at the end of the game. Why is your skipper never available for an interview?
Because he a pussy.
Exactly. Did you see his last interview when we drew with Burnley? He gasped. He was like,
"Yeah." See,
I was like, "Man, this is our captain."
I said that. I said, "Why are you gasping? Why are you short of breath? Huh? You've done your 90 minutes. Come and speak and face the media. Instead, you're gasping for what? Did you
Me and T are loving this.
Stupidity. Europa is our level. Let's go there. I can't wait. Channel 5, run up the bag.
The guy is dead. Why he's still the captain of this football club, I will never understand. Why he's still been given the armband, I cannot wrap my head around it. Somebody needs to sit him down and tell him, "Excuse me, sir, you're not worth it. Just sit down. Have a bath. Just sit down somewhere. Maybe take a vacation or something. Pretend you're injured. Do something. Just don't come close anymore. Take a vacation or go somewhere." Seriously, at this point, someone was saying it the other time. Bring Phil Jones. I'll gladly watch the foolishness of Phil Jones than watching Maguire right now. To be honest.
Why is it Maguire actually thought better for England, but Man United is so dog shit?
Because he's extremely protected. He's protected for Chelsea, England. Yeah, play free to black and we play defensive football.
I don't know,
He ain't do shit in England team. Let's not gas it. He's not doing anything in that England team. Yes, he plays a little bit well, but the guy is shit. I don't know. The guy.
No, don't worry.
Where's Eric Bailly? Where is that guy? That's who I want to see. Bailly, where is he?
Didn't they say Eric Bailly got injured while playing a penalty?
England's future centre back, so don't panic.
Rich, Mark Gay cost 62 million less. Let's just put that out there.
Hey Nate, allow me, man.
No. We gotta get real with it because everybody's talking about how they're spending X amount of money. 18 million.
Hey, look. I don't care. I don't want to get involved with all of this stuff, man. Please don't start giving us figures. Please, I'm begging you. Please.
Palace fans are loving life at the moment.
They're just talking. I've never heard this before in my lifetime, my whole life. I saw Andy Johnson. That's my palace. Not this. Andy Johnson. Not this. Please, I can't take it.
Tariq, has Saka done enough to win Young Player of the Year?
It's a good chat, you know. I'm not even thought of it in that way, but when I saw the stat in particular that he's got 13 goals and assists combined in the Premier League, and given how important he is to Arsenal, I mean, Graham was speaking about this the other day on the Premier League preview show. Graham rates Saka. I'm not gonna try and put words in his mouth in that or put his name in the bad. I know he rates Saka, but he has a little bit of frustration, which I can see the reasons for. But we have to remember the guy at his age. He's very experienced. We know that. And the side that we play in, he has a lot of responsibility out on that right-hand side. I saw today, hit Martinelli the same, literally 3 players at points. When West Ham, when they came to the Emirates and we beat them 2-0, they literally have 3-4 players around him. Everybody knows the importance of Saka and how he protects the ball, what he gives to that Arsenal side. We miss him when he's not playing. And Pepe, even though Pepe is quality, people speak about him in training, how he can just not make people for easy. You can tell the guy's got tech and he's a really good footballer like that, but he just doesn't have that football IQ and intelligence, that natural born intelligence that Saka does have. And now he's adding end product into his game. You can't take it away from him. And I'd probably put Phil Foden up there for a young player. Emil Smith-Rowe's not had enough minutes.
Gallagher. Oh, sorry.
Gallagher, yeah. Yeah, you're right. No, Jamie, you're right. But it's once again we forget we forget. We forget how young he is. He's definitely
Michael Olise.
Michael, yeah, I'd say
he had a slow start though, didn't he, Nate?
Yeah.
Better a slow start than a rapid finish, because the thing is, we've waited patiently to see him come through. The same with Eze.
Yeah. But that's the thing. He's up there. He'll get a nomination, Elise. But it's just
Jay.
But that's what we have to. That's what we have to see.
Saka's quality though. Yeah, I do like Saka.
No, he's on.
I mean, I can't wait for to see him in that Liverpool shirt next season.
Nah, Jamie.
Hey, never happening. Leave off. Never happening.
He's leaving Arsenal.
No, listen. I'd say what T said. Saka's a world class day. He's got the potential to be world class, but every now and again, I don't know if anyone else ever sees it, but when he's on that right side and he's got the ball and he just doesn't look up and all he does is shoot, it's just a frustration. He didn't do that.
He's young though, ain't he?
He didn't do that today. He looked up and he played him and Odegaard together. They were unplayable today, and you might say it's Watford, but we could have caused a lot of teams problems today.
But Graham, Jamie watched Mo Salah do that yesterday.
Like
that
does it all the time.
Exactly.
Mo does it all the time. Still best player in the world.
Having the confidence to keep doing it. That's the difference. Like,
I've always rated Saka. You know that. I've just got to be honest with what I think.
Saka's a baby. He's only going to get better, ain't he?
Yeah. Let me just say about Jadon Sancho, and this is the difference I don't really see.
Just before that, right? Sorry, I'm going to give you one word. I know there's a few other people trying to get in the studio, but it's quite full.
Oh, I'm going to go, my man. All right, because the wife's going mad. So
okay, fair enough. Yeah.
I'll let you go. I'll go and let someone else come in. All right, fella. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, no problem.
Jamie.
Before you leave, I just want to say something. I apologize for comparing Maguire to
don't be silly. Who did you compare to Van Dijk?
Maguire. I compared Maguire.
My God. Go and do 7 Hail Marys and come back, all right?
7, more like 77, bro.
80. Let's we say 80? Yeah,
80 for every.
No, you're right. You'll learn. It's cool. Right. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks for having me on, Rich. Appreciate it.
Always.
See you later.
See you later, guys. Appreciate it all. Thank you.
I'm going to save my question for you. Right, because you're still here. Don't worry. Go finish up.
Who?
T. You're saying?
Oh, me. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I just wanted to say in terms of Sancho, like that's the difference what I'm seeing at the moment. Sancho has been brilliant in this year, in 2022. I'd say he's been United's best attacker by a mile. But throughout the 90 minutes, he's not maintaining that level of performance. Yes, I do think the team is a big factor, but I was watching Saka in the 8th place Arsenal team still maintain a high level of performance throughout a majority of the game. And that's why the likes of Gareth Southgate picks Saka over Sancho, even in the Euros when everyone was calling, for Sancho, Grealish, come on, the guy's got a different level up there. He might not even be on the same technical level as these type of players, but he's similar. He's not too far, and that's what it's all about in football. I always keep preaching about that mentality. If you can do that and keep going and not let your head down, and look at that. The fact that you're even mentioning that, Rich, after what happened throughout the Euros, when the amount of people, for that penalty, the amount of abuse these guys were receiving, Sancho, Rashford and Saka, who's had the best season so far, who seems to have responded from that. I think,
and he had a slow start as well. Saka had a slow start as well, and he's come leaps and bounds. He'll get better and better. And like people were saying, he's still young. He's a kid still, and he's got all the potential to be one of the best players in the world. And that's the same for all four of them behind the striker. I've said this before: Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard. These are four best players for me, and I've compared to many other teams, maybe City and Liverpool just above. But if I look at our four attacking players behind the striker compared to Chelsea, I have ours at the moment because they're all young and they're all in good form. But yeah, I'm loving that. Obviously, we just need to get a striker and maybe a partner with Partey because I'm still not convinced by Xhaka.
And keep Saka away from James McArthur.
Yeah, that dirty bastard.
Hold on a minute. Matteo Guendouzi's rugby tackle.
He's gone now. He's gone now.
Who's Guendouzi? What?
Yeah, who's that? I don't even know who he is anymore.
Arsenal playing rugby like Stoke City at the Emirates. Mm-hmm. The Arsenal way, yeah?
That's what Arteta's brought in it. Nah.
Big up Mr. Structure himself, Nuruddin. Guys, if you've not seen him about, he previously obviously did work with Stand, ventured out, does a lot of work with Saeed and stuff. How's Aaron doing as well? I haven't seen him about.
He's doing well, bro. He's doing well.
That's good. That's good. Well. Welcome. Maguire.
Talk to me, brothers. How we doing? Big up to the Arsenal fans in here. You know what I mean? You can glow, but the pressure's on you now, innit? So we'll see where you get in it. Now
pressure bus pipe. Pressure bus pipe.
You know what? We'll see how you go. But for me, Man United wrote off the season, innit? You know what I mean? I told you that before, Rich. Man United wrote off the season when you have an interim. That means you're not a serious football club. And you know, innit, my name says it there, bro. Mr. Structure. No structure, no cigar, bro. You ain't competing for Jack. And I'm actually glad that Ronaldo came. I'm glad that the wheels have finally gone off because for me, it exposes everything that I was saying. All of the things that I research, because I don't just chat rubbish, I research how the club is. You know what I mean? You never heard anybody talking about the three bankers run our football club. You know what I mean? They're all from Bristol University hookups. You know what I mean? You can't make that. You can't believe that. That three of the biggest people who run Man United in the last decade and a half all came from the same university. Bristol of all places, bro. So you see the Glazers, that they are what they are. But in terms of being on a football pitch, for about half an hour, 35 minutes, I put a tweet out. I said I'd rather lose playing this way than lose in a cowardly way where you just sit back and camp outside your own area. The way that we've been doing it for the past 6 years. So the players are a combination of 4 managers, a mixed mash. We playing 2 number 8s as a 2 number 6. They're never number 6s. Pep Guardiola just told the BBC, one of the quotes, we played behind McTominay and Fred. You know what I mean? And they're both, Fred is a high pressing number 8. You see him for Brazil. He hunts the ball down for Brazil. Casemiro's behind him. Scott McTominay is not even good enough to play in midfield for Scotland. What does that tell you? That's just all that tells you. So for me, all of these things I'm not shocked by. I was watching that game relaxed. Well, some United fans are going for walks right now. You know what I mean? I just did the show now that, the therapy army we're all on. And I'm telling them what next to watch. I'm encouraging some of them to start taking walks. You know what I mean? Get some fresh air out. The weather's getting a bit better. We're getting into spring. So, and some people have just emotionally checked out a long time ago anyway. So there is some people to banter. There's not, because for me, the day that Man United are coming back to certain things is the day that I come out and giving all of that smoke to opponents, fans. For me, I always say, Arsenal, we're just the twins, and we keep swatching which one is the ugly twin. You know what I mean? Season on season. You know what? You're the ugly twin this year. We're the ugly twin this year. You know what I mean? That's how it is with United and Arsenal. So, but for me, at least they've got a manager. They've got youth. They'll be inconsistent. But the football they're going to play is great. You know, Martinelli's, Xhaka, and by far, Xhaka, for me, is playing on incredible form, incredible football at the moment. And sometimes he's unplayable. I mean, that just shows you. Watford took 4 points from us this season, yeah? 4 points. And hit us for 4 in one of the games, yeah? Arsenal got 6 points, easy. And even if we went back to 3-2, you know, Arsenal could step up another gear to get that goal. But I think by that time, Arteta was like, you know what, let me just take players off, rest them, get them out, you know what I mean? That he was messing around with the substitutions. So it is what it is for Man United for me. Like, I've been educating the younger fans, but I feel sorry for the younger fans. In my lifetime, I've seen United win everything. Every trophy they want to win. And I happen to be in the city and live 10 minutes away from the stadium. You know what I mean? I cycle there. I cycle to the stadium. So for me, I've experienced all of the highs of the emotion you can ever experience being a Man United fan. But I just feel sorry for like my nieces, my nephews. I feel sorry for my friends' kids and all that who are just saying, I want to support City. I want to support Liverpool. I like Chelsea. You know what I mean? Even one of my friends' kids said to him, he likes Harry Kane. And we're like, listen, you best stick him supporting United and Spurs, lad. But we could be proven wrong on Saturday. Harry Kane might come there and slap us up. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But the things in this football club, things don't happen in a vacuum. There's a whole team of world that you don't see, that I never see in a match day, that are working in the club. And Man United, that side has never been right. But big up everybody, man. Love.
But what about the coach today, though? Do you guys think that he could have just done better with the system that he played?
Hey, yo, Nate, you took the
and the substitution?
No.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, bringing up Pogba at that time, I thought Pogba was dropping into the central middles. I thought that was really bad, taking him out. I thought I would have bought him Wan-Bissaka off. I would have done that. And then I would have done something about the right-hand side where they were tripling up on Wan-Bissaka. So I would have got more than one person. I would have said to Bruno, help out on this side, McTominay and Wan-Bissaka and Elanga. Elanga is the baby. He's 19 years old. He's a baby. So that part of the game, he doesn't know that part of the game. He doesn't know that part of the game in terms of like off the ball. He's just excited. He wants the ball up the pitch. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I just want to say for the Pogba substitution, I understand in a way because in the counter attacks where you actually had something going forward, he was a massive part. But let's not forget, even in the first half, he was giving the ball away a lot in his own half and in his own third. And when Pogba, he does seem to tire a lot quicker than the other players. He has been out for a long time. And people say, yeah, he had a week off. That's not how football works.
Yeah,
it's not
COVID, bro. Like, COVID. Some people had long COVID. We don't know the situation with him too. Like, so that might be the reason why he tires out. I also think that the reason why he keeps getting taken off is he hasn't committed to the club, innit? So the manager has no right or anything to say, oh, I'm going to keep him on. If I want to take him off, I'll take him off, innit? Because you ain't committed to me. You ain't committed to the project I'm trying to help build. Like, so why are you here, fam? Like at the end of the day, I don't like.
But then you're leaving Bruno alone in these games where Bruno
the reason
play well.
Roland, I'll just say something quickly, then let you go. I don't know if that's the case because he's bringing on Jesse Lingard, who wanted to leave a couple of months ago.
Anyway, and Rashford who's not going to do anything anyway.
I know it's all mad, isn't it? Because like even with him, I saw him like Rashford had a chance. He had 3 men had gotten onto him. He was supposed to cross the ball mad early, Lingard turned away in disgust, like, bro, I'm right here, fam. Why are you not passing me the ball? Like, it's all mad, man. I don't know.
But Rashford has been doing that since forever, though. He's been doing that on a consistent basis. Gets the ball, running to 300 people before he makes a choice. He's been doing that.
I think Rashford is better in the front too, I ain't going to lie to you. Like, real talk, because he should not be a ball dominant player because he doesn't have the right decision making in it. All we need to do is utilize his pace, and the fact of the matter is we just don't do it because we're not setting the players up properly. Like, why is he on the wing by himself with the ball at his feet, and we're expecting him to do something magical? Like, that shouldn't be happening because he's not a Sancho, bruv. Sancho can do that because he can think 3 steps ahead of people in front of him. But Rashford is doing things off of instinct. We shouldn't be allowing players on the wide areas to be doing things off instinct. This ain't 1990. Like, so let's stop that, bro. Football is changing, it's evolved.
Right, where do you go from here?
Nowhere.
You're muted, Ryan.
I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Yo, where do we go? You know what? Somebody said it. I think it was Tom on my channel. Put the car in neutral and let it go downhill, bro.
Okay, it seems like it. But do you know what I will say for United fans? Give you that little bit of hope. Luca, Graham, you'll know this. It was just a year ago. It seemed like we were going to get even worse. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but things can change in football quickly with certain decisions. I'm not saying they will, but there's always...
Your structure is actually not that bad. You get me?
Why does it feel like it's a change? Okay, give an example.
Last season, we were still having players. We still got players now who are running out of contract who won't commit their future to the club, but not a word's been said about it because.
Okay, give an example.
For example,
give an example of what could change with United. Give an example of what you think could change.
I'm not saying it will. But I'm saying what could happen next season. I'm not saying it will. Could happen. So recruitment. They could pull the plug. I don't think they will because they don't have football people up there. They could. We had Raul Sanllehi not too long ago who was doing mad fraud dealings, who's the reason why Barcelona are in so much debt. Yeah. So if you recognise that and get rid, which I don't think will happen, but things can change so quickly in football. That's all I'm saying. It can. There's a possibility. Just a year ago, we was getting, Arsenal, we're a mess. We're making Champions League for 3 seasons, and now we're talking about Champions League this season. Like, that's just football, and that's life. Life is the same thing.
I don't want Champions League football. I want to hear the Europa League tune one more time. I just want to hear it, man, because it's a lovely tune, and I will support my team in the Europa because that's the level we are. 6 out of the last 9 seasons, Europa League. Let's go again. 6, 7, and 10. Let's go.
We've been to
Thursday night football, man. I hate it. Oh.
We've been to 6 Europa League. All right, 6 times in the Europa League.
Yeah.
We went to 2 finals. One only one. So we're not. I think now that means we're a conference, Europa Conference side.
I'll take conference too. Hey, bro,
listen, I said the same thing. We need to be in the Conference League. We need to be in that.
If we don't win that,
not Champions League, Europa League. We need the Conference League.
Tariq's enjoying this. Look at his face.
Man United.
Of course he is.
We're all enjoying it. Anybody that isn't a Man United fan is enjoying this.
You do not understand the amount of 8-2s I heard whilst I was at school. I forget if we're having it all now. I'm letting it rip. I'd hate to be an Arsenal fan. Do you remember that one? I'm not.
We all got terrorized by Man United fans during the glory years. Now that they've come around, we can all kind of enjoy the not so great years, you know.
Tariq, you're showing your age. You're saying 8-2. By that point, I was already done with Arsenal fan. Arsenal had left my it was done.
Are you on mute?
You're in your mute, fam.
The Crystal Palace fans getting a bit of joke for this as well. Because we've done you dirty, bro. Actually, it was thanks to Crystal Palace that started the Fergie journey, didn't it? It was Fergie's first trophy, and we never looked back, didn't we?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So big up Crystal Palace, man. You know, that 50 million is the least we could do, bro. The least we could do. You know what I mean? The least we could do.
Well, luckily for us, that 50 million built us a new academy. So
yeah. And you know what? All respect, man. I love that. We built a training ground for Leicester, bro. And you know that 80 million we gave it. You know, it wasn't installments. Usually, you know, modern transfers, and actually they paid over like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Yeah, like Arsenal. You know what I mean? Arsenal had to get out the Littlewoods catalogue. Some of you might be too young to remember what a Littlewood catalogue is. Back in the
Argos catalogue.
It's this magazine that with all the goods, like furniture and stuff like that in it, that used to get through the post. And like your mum and that would sit there, you know what I mean? Your auntie would go, maybe you should get that sofa. Maybe you should get that cupboard, you know what I mean? That nice telly. But it's going to be too much. But you can pay it over a decade. Listen, that's how they got my guy from Lille. You know what I mean? That's how they got man. Nicholas. That's how they got Nicholas. So, but with Harry Maguire, we paid it in 2 installments. Bam. And all of a sudden, Leicester have got a new training ground. So we got the Glazers got that much dough, mate. We're flashing it. We're going in there, man. We're like making it rain.
What are you gonna do?
I'm thinking now. I swear to God, right? Would Crystal Palace take Wan-Bissaka back? Would Leicester take Maguire back? Nah,
Nobody would take them back.
I beg you,
Nobody,
man,
no
take them,
club
bro.
is taking none of them.
Nah, Roland, hold on a minute. After the 2016 Cup final, we ain't doing you lot no more favors after
Hey,
Mark
when-
Clattenburg.
When
You know like
Alibaba
that.
was doing that shuffle, boy, I was crazy, bruv. In the stadium, I was crying, bruv. Why was he doing that, bruv? The game weren't done, fam.
Let's not bring that up, bro. Let's not bring that up. Oh my.
What about this coach say one thing and the players say another thing? What's going on with that too? It's always the coach will come out and say the player doesn't want to play, then the player comes out
that
and say
happened-
otherwise. The
that
same thing
happened
happened with
here last
Ronaldo
season.
today. What's going on?
The same thing happened here last season at Arsenal. Ozil, they were talking about leaks in the camp. You remember that, Luca and Graham? Do you remember
Yeah,
the leaks in the camp? That was just
Yeah.
last season. Things can change quickly. I'm not saying it will, but the possibility is, and you know, you could get excited again. I hope not. I hope you go into ruin after all these years. I'll be real. The truth is coming out.
Tariq, to be fair, right? To be fair to all these United fans, you could support Millwall. Just like put things into perspective. So it's not all. It's not that deep.
If I see one person from Millwall, fam, I just want to thump them, bro, just for the race. I just want to thump them one time, fam. If I see one of them on the road, fam, I will, bro. I don't care.
I love that, Roland.
What's your
That's
thoughts on
wicked.
Arteta now? Because obviously, previously on your channel, you've been very vocal. You've not been happy with him in the past. Has he changed your mind?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I'm still Mikel Arteta out at the moment. But for me, it all depends what happens in the summer. On about this £180 million war chest. Do I think we'll get top 4? Like I said earlier, we can get Champions League football. It just depends if we can win these game in hands. And for me, I don't really want to back this manager. I want to go on and win a league title, man. That's my ambitious result for this football club. First, get into the Champions League. Then I want to be in the Champions League and win it. But or even try and compete for it. And I want a better manager, in my opinion. But we can get top 4. But it's whether how we can keep it up. We can do it. We've got the players to do it. But it matters about how we keep the consistency.
Luca, would you not say, like, I've never been Arteta in, I've always been on the fence, but would you not say the structure of how he's brought the signings in have not impressed you? Because you can be the biggest critic of Arteta, but you've got to be impressed by the signings and the way he's brought you through this year, especially.
Yeah, look, for Ramsdale, right? Nobody never knew how Ramsdale was going to turn out before we signed him. I never wanted the guy, but Ramsdale...
Well, I knew Leonard rejected the contract. That's why we bought Ramsdale.
Because
plan.
For me, before we signed Ramsdale, Onana was my first choice.
Yeah.
But Ramsdale was proved it wrong, and Ramsdale was a top goalkeeper. Ben White, I'm not Ben White's biggest fan, but he has been on good form recently. Tavares, he had a good start.
He's pony.
But he's a bit of a, you know what, we just said pony.
Yeah.
But he isn't a bad player, but we could get a better left back in the future. Lokonga looks decent, but looks promising, but just not ready. So, for me, yes, we've got a good squad to get into the top 4, but we've got to keep the consistent and we've got to step up because the next 3 games will define whether this team is good enough to get into the top 4. And that involves that Liverpool game. Leicester will be a tough game, but we should win that game. Liverpool, and then we've got 2 back-to-back away games, Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. So for me, we need to get at least 9 points out of the 12. If we can do that, I'll start believing that Arsenal can get into the Champions League next season.
Of
But-
the Palace when Arsenal come. Come on, Palace!
See, there it is, Nuruddin. There it is. He's bringing it back now a little
Mate,
bit.
mate,
United.
we play Palace this month. and to be honest,
Let me bring it to Hanif.
As if the United fans singing Steve Gerrard.
Listen, we sang that,
Finish it off.
listen, we sang Steve Gerrard, but I gotta give Steven Gerrard. You know, he took it. I was part of the Stratford end and singing a house out. You know about Demba Ba and everything else. Man, put his hands in his pocket, turned around and looked at us like that.
Didn't he do the same to Everton fans as well?
Fair play, man.
Yeah.
Let me bring it to Hanif and then we'll come back to you, Mania. Hanif, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do you think you're right now? Your Champions League football is kind of guaranteed?
No. Got to keep an eye on those Gunners, man. Got to keep a bit of an eye on them.
Sorry,
It's not,
Arsenal is what, 2 points behind them now, or 3?
2
2 or 3
points.
points behind them. 2, right?
I don't think it's that close. I don't think.
No, I don't think it's that close. I think if they win their games in hand, I think it's that. I think if they win their games in hand, it's about that point. It's about there.
Still 5 points.
This league is finished. This the farmers.
Edna, calm down. Stop giving everyone a heart attack, love. Calm down.
Premier League is the farmers league. Hey, I'm going to France. League on.
Nah, don't, Roland. Don't say that. It's not a farmers league.
It's the farmers league. What?
It is the Farmers League.
It's
What
the
are you
proper
talking
farmers
about?
league, you know. I'm going to
Make
France,
some good
man.
farmers, though.
Do you know what this top
That's some
four
good
reminds me of?
players.
The season, the 2018-19 season, when Arsenal finished 1 point off top 4.
No, don't say that one. Hey, no,
That
Emery,
one-
that one, Luca. No.
Yeah, Tarak.
And we can
to be
bring it
honest-
back to Chelsea then. For the-
No, I think that season does remind me because I think it was the season when Liverpool Man City came down to the final game of the season. So I think it depends. It depends how the season is, but I think this season actually depends.
In terms of Chelsea, I think we have to be honest. We were very lucky in the first half. Burnley
Palace,
played
where
ball.
Palace
I'm
is
not going to
finishing this
lie.
season?
Burnley played ball
Rich?
yesterday. First half, we were under the cosh, but second half,
Where you
you know
finishing
what?
this season? Yeah, top
4
10,
stars.
top 8. Palace.
I'll answer that in a minute. So, Henry, finish up, then I'll answer your question, Luca.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just going to say, you got to give Burnley a lot of credit. First half, they were absolutely phenomenal. They were the better team. Obviously, we were under the cosh, but then second half, the boys raised the level and got the job done. Poor defending by Burnley. They gave Chelsea a lot of space, especially in the midfield. And then, if you do that, good teams punish you. And that's what we did. 4 goals. I think that'll do us the world of good going into our next game. And then hopefully, I think if we win 6 or 7 more games, I think it's done. But you can't guarantee anything at this moment in time because Arsenal are on a decent run of form at the moment. But the thing about Arsenal is they're gonna feel what it's like playing twice a week now because they got 2 games, I believe, next week. So some of those youngsters might feel it. But we need to win a few more games before it's guaranteed, and then just concentrate on the cups, really.
Right, let me go around to the United fans quickly. Because I know Roland's been talking about Europa League and this. But, Manchester Mania, would you take a season out of Europe completely?
No. And I'll tell you why.
Yes.
I saw Patrick comment that it helped Arsenal a lot. We are not Arsenal. Arsenal haven't spent what we spent, don't have the players that we have. On paper, we should be easily in top 4. So the fact that somebody like Ron telling me that we need to finish outside of the Champions League spot, outside of Europe entirely, I don't buy that for a second. We should finish in the Champions League and rebuild while being in the Champions League. We're Manchester United Football Club. We're not Arsenal. So I don't want it's a very big possibility that we finish in the Europa Conference League this season. If we do, I quit football for at least 1 year. Hopefully.
Like, see, this is why Manchester United fans get labelled the glory hunters. You have to go through it, suffer it.
I'm sorry. I think we need to come
I
out
want
from.
Europa League.
We need to be
Bro, we've been in the
We
mud for a
have to be
decade. What more do you want?
Exactly. So are we.
I told you it's on record. I want Europa League, bro. Like, let's have it again
Well-
because that's our level. 6 out of 9.
I understand.
7 in 10. Let's go.
I understand that people are still holding on to standard and all of that. We're not Arsenal, yeah, but hey, it doesn't matter. We're not the same Manchester United anymore. We're not the same. So it's not about, oh, this is Manchester United. Well, this right now is the current Manchester United. And based on this current Manchester United, I'd rather be out of Europe. What are you doing there? You're not going to do nothing.
Can I just say, do me and Nuruddin look like brothers?
That's true still. Get your hood up, Eddie. Get your hood up, man.
It's love, bro. It's love. It's love. Twins.
Hey, when the-
twins.
hey, nobody's on this
Big
racial
up to you,
profiling
Nuruddin.
thing out here. Less of that.
Twins, brother. Love, brother. I didn't know another me was out there, bro. Love.
Your channel, by the way. You speak a lot of sense.
Love.
No, trust me, Nuruddin does speak a lot of sense. Nuruddin, would you take a season out of Europe?
Oh, bro, I've been screaming for it. I've been clamoring for this. Because one of the things that what happens with Man United, we've got if our football structure ran the way they run the media operation, we would win the league every season, bro. Easy, hands down. We were winning trebles after trebles, bro. The media propaganda, the social media propaganda, the fact that we've got a guy called Neil Ashton. So I saw a video last week of the GM meeting. So in the meeting, you know, where they're like to the shareholders and to the fans, yeah, when they're presenting. So it was John Murtagh, Adam Fletcher, Richard Arnold, and sat next to them was Matt Judge and Neil Ashton. Those of you who don't know about Neil Ashton, guy that used to run Sunday Supplement on Sky. It was a journal. All the journals would go on there discussing the football on most Sundays. He's now become the PR machine guy for Man United. So when we were screaming out 4 or 5 years ago, Ed Woodward should hire a director of football, he hired Neil Ashton. So that just shows you where the club is. So for me, the way that the media, that's why you see a lot of our fans who are just all over the place. Because the club gasses them up so much. Sees some of these prima donna players up so much that when we fail, it's like the hype is this, and no fans deep down inside their heart want to be negative and want to think badly about their football club. So everybody gets caught up in it, right? And it's called Manufacturing Consent. There's a famous book out there. Check it out, people. If you really know how media manipulates your thinking and how it gets into your psyche. So for me, I've been screaming for it because you look at this season here, when we get the new manager, this is going to be a truncated season. So because we're going to have the first ever Winter World Cup, we're going to have a shorter pre-season time, and then we're going to have a shorter transfer. For me, I don't want to sign anybody. I just want to clear 5 or 6 out, 7 out. I'm not asked about. I'd rather give some of the youth players, bring all the guys who are on loan, give them a go. Because I'm not even about, there ain't going to be one Haaland savior. There ain't going to be a big midfielder that's going to save us. There ain't going to be one coach that's going to save us. At the end of the day, I sack all of the backroom staff, get rid of the dietitians, all the medical staff, get rid of all the helpers, everybody there. Get rid of. My friend just got a job recently at United. He said to me, they don't even have a dietitian. They don't have a department in the football that gives the players prep meals. Man City send chefs to their players. They give them 2 laptops and then hook them up to their TV. So they're watching the tactics. When homework, bro, they get given homework. So they get their training ground recorded. We do it similar at Liverpool. Right? There's the levels to this. Levels. There is levels. I'm coming back to Arsenal point just before. It was a great footballing director. Arsenal they let him go. His name was Mitterland. You let that guy go, and I can't believe it because he's one of the most talented sporting directors of football, and you let him go, and you bought that clown in that mess Barcelona up. But anyway, at the end of the day, I want a coach I want a coach that's going to week to week drill. That's why I told people when people were going, Arsenal are in the mud and all this stuff. I was telling people, Arsenal are going to come good because Arteta, I believe, is the coach. He's going to be able to coach those players. Now, the days that it takes to coach, to run your football club, to give you any chance of competing at the highest level are gone. You need the football behind the scenes. Everybody in the best best people at the back in the background to help and support that manager. So it's not just about Arteta. I think Arsenal, the coaching staff needs to be looked at. You need better coaching staff. You need better signing, especially in the midfield. Arsenal need a spine still. You need a goalkeeper. You got the goalkeeper. You need another centre half, another centre midfield player, and then you need somebody to bang in goals. And that's just three. You need to spend proper money on that to get those three players to push you challenges in the title. Man United, we need a coach who can help us drill the players how to keep their effing football, just to pass the ball to each other instead of shaking and panicking. And to me, I just want a coach that's going to realize Scott McTominay and Fred ain't it. They're both number 8. One of them's a number 8. The other one is a number 8, box to box number 8, and they know that. So that's what I want. I want us the season out of Europe, out of it, so the coach has got a day and day to work with those players.
Well said, Hanif. I mean, structure.
I didn't get that, bro. I didn't get that.
I said, well said, Hanif.
And that's Hanif down here. Yeah, twins.
Love, brother, love. You're a Chelsea fan. No twin of mine is a Chelsea fan, bro. Don't get that.
Oh, he supports everyone. He's Chelsea, Huddersfield, United. He probably supports Arsenal now as well, to be fair.
My daughter's an Arsenal fan. I don't know what's wrong with
so
her.
he's Arsenal as well. He probably supports Palace as well.
He does. I think we'll end it here. What a show. Wow. United need to lose more often so that
Mate, these have Man United lose every week. They got Tottenham next.
We will lose. We don't lose. We don't lose to Spurs, man. It's the Fergie.
Hang on. Roland, 6-1 last season.
It's Spurs. Don't do that. Fergie said
6-1.
Hey, lads, it's Tottenham. I ain't doing that with you, man. I'm not doing that with you, man.
No, I think Rich. Luckily for us, we played them on the last game of the season.
Hey, lads, it's
Watch Harry Kane score a hat-trick.
Harry Kane's not doing nothing against my team, bro. I want Bailly back. Hey,
Harry Kane against Maguire,
needs to come back, B. I need that guy back.
Maguire.
Nah, no Maguire. Only
Should be Eric Barley and Varane.
Was he on the bench?
Maguire.
No, Bailly they don't like my man still. He wants to leave.
Rich, get past City, get through the quarterfinal, and we can just enjoy the rest of our season. That's all we got to do.
The rest of the season, 100%.
So you putting City in the FA Cup, yeah?
No, Everton.
In the league. Everton at home in the FA Cup.
Yo, listen, man, I'm so happy for you, man. Honestly, when I heard, I was keeping an eye on I was like, yo, 2-0 Pally. I'm like, Ras. Wolves are all right team, They play decent football, but to be fair, they dipped form. They beat Man United. They got a bit gassed and then they dipped form in there. That's what happened to Wolves. But, yo, Palace, man, for me, as long as you're not, like I said to you, for me, it shows you the spite of the country, and like, you got nearly 30% of the footballers in the Premier League are black, and you got one black manager.
Trust me. Say it again, Nuruddin, fam.
Yo, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. So for me,
and remember,
I don't care who that manager is. I'm always backing him, man. I'm always backing him because
remember the media picked Patrick Vieira to be the first manager sacked. And last time actually he's still in the job. Thank you.
Yeah, they definitely did that. Still, you're right, Nate, fam. They said he was going to be the first to go, and he's outlasted all them man, all them Watford man, whoever else, but even Ollie, fam. They outlasted him, fam.
I was very impressed.
Roland, you'll be able to get the Watford job. Anybody can apply,
brother. I don't want that Watford job. Them mafioso guys over there, boy. I take one step in there, they might have to do something to me, fam. Nah, I'm cool.
Let me just go around. Everyone get the platform. Shout out where they can find you. Manchester Mania.
They can find me on Manchester Mania on YouTube. And I'll be depressed there too.
How old are you, bro? How old are you?
20.
Listen, I feel bad for you, bro. Seriously. Keep the faith, bro. Keep the faith. Bankers and and the vultures will roll out soon, bro, and then we'll get our club back. I promise you. Keep the faith.
Hey, listen, as Doc Brown said, stop moaning, try being Palace. Until you've had administration, you man don't know about pain. So calm down.
Tell him, mate. Tell him.
Like you know what? Like I always say, seriously, I'd rather get relegated to get rid of the Glazers. I would take that. I will bite your hand off. I will bite it off. Trust me.
Fair enough. Luca, where can he find you?
Yeah, follow me on YouTube. This is Lucas Life, and follow me on Twitter, Martinelli AFC. I do Arsenal content as well. Go and check my match reaction for the Watford game. We're 3 subscribers away from 1,500 subscribers, so we're 3 away. So thank you very much for having me on, man. Great show.
No, pleasure. You're always supporting, man, as well. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Big up Luca, man.
Man.
Graham Potter himself.
Yeah, you can follow me on Daddy Nadon Sports. I'm a co-host. My co-host is Phil. He's also a Palace fan. Hanif and Tariq come on my show quite a lot, and I know Rich has done a content for me. And I also go on Monday Talks, where we just talk all football predictions in preview. So if anyone ever wants to come on, anyone on the chat now, show now, more than welcome to jump on. We do predictions in preview, loads of different fans. But yeah, thanks again for having me on, Rich. Appreciate it.
No, pleasure. Thanks for jumping on.
Oh yeah, Daddy Nadon, Twitter and Instagram, sports.
Make sure you get to follow it. Team Lightskin, what are you saying?
Hey, big up, Rich, man. Thank you for letting me come on. Big up everyone who's been in the panel and the chat. Guys, you can come check me out over at Tariq Talks. I'm an Arsenal fan, but I always say I'm a football fan first, Arsenal fan second. Come check me out. I've got plenty of football content coming every day this week for sure. Doing Spurs tomorrow and a Monday, review the Premier League. Tuesday, Champions League, you name it. And then, we'll keep going. And then me and Rich, we got something big coming up. Talking about life. Stay tuned to our socials. Tariq Talks, find it everywhere. Appreciate it, man. Rich, I'll let you have the platform to speak more about that.
I'll do so, no problem. My co-host.
Eagle Eyed Nate on Twitter. You'll find me on Eagle Eyed Football all the time. Talking ish, as always. And it is what it is. And Wan-Bissaka's money built our new academy. Cope is a myth, apparently. I wonder where we got man like Zaha and Klein and Wan-Bissaka and Mitchell. Cope is a myth, apparently. Like that. But we keep it moving.
Yeah, come on.
My God, brother.
I'm gonna rep still. But yeah, people, come find me over at Pros Only TV. Me and Rich, obviously, we're going to be repping the Ghanaians, against the Nigerians World Cup qualifiers coming up again.
Oh, can you put me on that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll holler.
Of course,
Roland,
we're gonna
I beg you, kidnap Jordan Ayew. Don't let him near you.
Hey, no, that guy, he's not coming to my squad, fam. I don't care. I'll phone the GFA myself, fam. I swear that there'll be
Schlapp would do well for you, but fam, Ayew's got to be put in the dustbin.
Yeah, he can't be doing that. But yeah, man, come find me over at Pros Only TV. No more United this season. I'm done. I'm doing basketball.
All Roland wants is to hear that Europa League theme again. That's what
I need. The Europa League theme. That's all I need, bruv. So next
season, Roland's following the Ghanaian Premier League instead.
Hey, yeah, trust me, bruv. Hearts of oak, bruv. That's what we're doing, bruv. You know what I mean? But yeah, come find me Pros Only TV, man.
I big up Roland, my bro.
I don't have no YouTube, so yeah. Look, while I'm talking to you guys,
I missed you. You ain't been on for ages.
I know. It's been terrible for me. Not terrible, but it's been so hectic with the job and the school. It's been all over the place. I only have time on Sundays now. That's it. I don't have any YouTube, but Instagram or Lori Edna. I don't think you guys can spell it anyway, but yeah, Instagram once in a while, on Twitter, and that's it.
Hey, Edna, that promo game needs work still.
Well, Edna, that might be the next step, because if Edna starts a channel, it's going to be fire.
Gee. Big up Edna, though, man, every time.
Yes, Hanif.
Hey, big up everyone. Thank you so much for having me. You can find me everywhere. I'm available, I guess. And you know, Eagle Eye Football, Tariq Talks, Realist Channel, Munzi Talks, and Daddy and the Dons. And if I miss anyone, I do apologize. But yeah, when it comes to
You
talking
need to just
football,
set up your own thing, Hanif.
no, I can't. Listen, you know, Tariq Goldbridge, yeah, I watched him today. I give him a lot of credit. I give Tariq a lot of credit. How he can enjoy the sound of his own voice is a skill. Honestly, I'm telling you, I can't do that. I can do it with people talking with me and watching a game with me, but I'm telling you, if I did a stream myself, I'd fall asleep. I need someone to communicate with, and that's just the way I am. But you know, you can find me here, there, and everywhere. And if anybody wants a panelist, and I know a little bit of football. I kind of know the rules, even though some of the footballers that I refed yesterday might disagree. But overall, yeah, you can find me everywhere. So big up to Rich as well, and to everyone else.
Big up for me. The main man himself.
Yes, brothers. Yes, sis. Everybody good? Listen, we can capture on Twitter. If you want to go and get that United real talk. If you want to get that United real talk. And YouTube channel is United Real Therapy, because trust me, we need that therapy, innit? And we're all there. So big up all my Black Star people worldwide. Obviously, Ghana, the first ever African country to ever get their independence, part of the Pan-African movement. So we owe a lot to Ghana and the history of Ghana and the people of Ghana, man. So big up Black Star. And I can't wait. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm free and I can jump on and not watch Nigeria versus Ghana. That is going to be absolute. Woo!
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome, bro.
It's gonna be that's gonna be mad.
You know, I just want to big up my brother. I just want to big up all the Eagle Eye people, man. Like I said to you, genuinely, I think it was just one of those things was hooking up through football chatter. But I always had a soft spot for Crystal Palace because he always used to be one of the best away days back in the day when I was a kid. I don't know, I just like the vibe around that part of London. I always like the vibe that part of London. And back in the day when we used to bang in it, we were decent, you know what I mean? But true say, to me, Crystal Palace have got the best home fans, you know what, in the Premier League. Army for me. Even when you're losing, man, I see that people singing their heart.
Let him speak.
Trust me. No. Listen, bro, trust me. I don't know you got that stand where everybody's standing, but bro, that's like what I see in Germany. Like people are bringing microphones, but
ultras are
home support
crazy.
is loud.
The ultras are crazy, fam.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And there don't seem to be these kind of like right wing violent kind of.
That's the thing, fam. That's the one thing I noticed. They ain't like some of the other.
They ain't like that. That's what, and I've never felt like that. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes we used to sit in there with the Palace fans back in the day when I used to go down, when I used to go away for United. So it is what it is. But thank you for inviting me, bro. Like I said to you, it's no disrespect to you, but I've just been busy, bro. Like to come, I'm genuinely coming checking this channel out 100%. And
the fact that you're able to jump onto this is
yeah, man, it's love. Thank you for the invite.
Rich, the great thing about our fan base is this: we're from a multicultural part of London. And coming from South London, you walk one street, you got enough people from one part of the world. You walk another street, it's another part of the world. So nobody's really going to beef you. But yeah, it can get a bit peak if you've got, or like where I am, if you've got one religion and another, it can be a bit long. But now, Palace as a fan base, we just kind of accept everybody really, because we've got Millwall one side of us, Charlton the other side, and Arsenal couldn't handle South London, so they buggered up to go annoy Tottenham. You know, Woolwich Arsenal. Woolwich Arsenal.
This is it.
Nuruddin, you've got my favourite player in a picture in your background. Brought back when I was a kid, very young. I just thought I'd say that.
Brilliant. Just obviously, as Tariq was saying, like international break is coming up, and we're going to start a new show called Life. It's pretty much talking about anything. There'll still be football aspects because we might be talking about how we grew up playing football. Our first episodes of our childhoods, because we're looking at we've got different backgrounds here. It's a call-in show as well at the end that anyone can call in, talk about their life experiences. I mean, me, Hanif, Tariq, and Siam were chatting about just being teachers and stuff like that, and refereeing. Like, so it's just anything but football, really. But there may be football chat within it as well. We're going to look at mental health. We're going to look at cultural differences,
especially like ethnic minorities, in the areas.
School life, and it's open to even people to suggest topics to talk about as well. You know, so, now I'm looking forward to that, man. I can't wait for that to get started.
Yeah. It's
So that's
important
it, guys.
to talk about these things, isn't it?
Do it on a Sunday.
That's a good shout. Sunday, yeah.
That's a shout. Yeah. That is a shout.
Take everybody to church, brother. Take people to the church, brothers. Take everybody to church, man.
Yeah, a long time before I go back in a church. Trust me.
You know what? You could call it confession time, bro.
No. Grown up no. With confession time in the Catholic Church. No, I'm not hearing that. That's a mad thing right there. No, sir.
I don't
Not dealing with that.
But yeah, guys, listen. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to everyone, the panelists, follow.
Big up the Arsenal.
Pressure's on, people. Pressure's on.
Pressure
on, mate. We can handle it.
Let's see.
Suits and the Mato settings. Pressure drop.
I want Man United to get fifth now, just so Roland can listen to the theme tune. That's it. That's all I want in
I
life.
told you. If we're in Europa League next season, every game
You've got to film him listening to it live for the first time.
I'll be watching and singing along for
Only Arsenal are going on and on about this Champions League. When they even get the Champions League, what are they going to do?
Listen, if you watch my channel, you'll know that I've been saying you're still finished there.
No, I get it. You guys want the
Go on,
Champions
Edna.
League.
Go on, Edna. Go on, Edna. Go on, Edna.
We won a trophy more recently. Huh?
Graham,
just about Champions League. Even if you get it right now, what you going to do? You're probably not going to get out of the group stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 9-0, like it used to be with Bayern Munich back in the day, innit?
Exactly. You're probably not going to get out of the group stage.
Graham, Edna's not the one.
10-2 on aggregate blood.
Is it 10-2? You know what? Man United have been that bad, though. We never got that aggregate, though, bro. Not yet. We've been bad.
Hey, you got Liverpool. You got Liverpool to come, man.
I'm cool.
There you go. I thought me and you were going to get on, bro.
Peace. Lay off.